flip-flop. So that is something which is a very huge topic. So that topic I'll be teaching at the end. Okay, so I'm directly going to module number 2. Why I'm going to module number 2? Because the flip-flop is something which is not that much related right now, but it will have its importance when we will study the module number 5, which is the memory organization. Okay, so during that time, something which we'll be discussing about flip-flop. So in that case, we'll be discussing that over there. Okay, so why I'm not teaching right now? Because it requires a lot of competition, it requires a lot of understanding, which I feel right now is we have done almost a lot of computation right now. So फिर इस सब्जेक्ट से इंटरेस्ट खत्म हो जाएगा. So what I feel right now, yeah. So initially interest तो होगा because we have studied something which was gates and all, बट वो धीरे धीरे कॉम्प्लेक्स होते चला गया. आई कैन टोटली अंडरस्टैंड कि मल्टीप्लेक्सर डीमल्टीप्लेक्सर तक भी समझ में आएगा, एनकोडर डीकोडर फिर फ्लिप फ्लॉप, इट विल बिकम अ ह्यूज थिंग बिकॉज इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड, क्योंकि दैट इज एन इंडिविजुअल सब्जेक्ट. ओके, वी कैन नॉट लर्न समथिंग which is like within an hour. That concept which requires almost a complete module, we cannot finish it up within an hour. Okay, so because of that, what I'm trying to do is that flip-flop is, just remember one point, that flip-flop is a sequential circuit. It is a circuit. The role of that circuit is just to store a single bit of data. So somewhere please write it down. It is a circuit. Flip-flop is a circuit. Which circuit is it? It is a combinational sequential. It is combinational sequential. It is sequential circuit. And what is the role of flip-flop? The role of the flip-flop is basically, just a second, yeah. So the role of the flip-flop is just to store a single bit of data. Okay, so अगर 0 है तो 0, अगर आपको store करना, you can store it into the flip-flop. 1 store करना, तो you can store it into the flip-flop. Okay, so that is the role of a flip-flop. How it stores that? So it uses a concept of latch. That latch, because it will have अगर latch कर पाता है तो why do you require flip-flop then? Okay, so we need to understand first as concept of latch. There are some shortcomings of the latch, because of which we need to make it as a flip-flop. And this flip-flop is nothing but, you can call it as a control latch. Okay, so इसको आप control कर सकते हो. So latch is something like, it is a door. So अगर आपको room में किसी को बंद करना है तो you need to close the door. Okay, so you need to latch that. Okay, so something is like that is a concept of latch. Okay, so उस latch को control करना, यानी door को बंद करना या चालू करना, that is done by something which is called as a flip-flop. Okay, so normal latch is just close the door. Or flip-flop, it will just open the door or close the door. So depending on the requirement, it will just do that. Okay, so अगर वो store करना है तो आप door को close कर दोगे. अगर आपको store करके change करना है, you just open the door and you will put down the new data. So that is something which we want, and that is something which is called as a flip-flop. So this is quite a big topic, and right now we are quite lagging also, because I think this is our 16th lecture, I think, and within the 16th lecture we have finished like only 8 hours का subject हमने अब तक पढ़ा है. Okay, so that is like we are quite lagging a lot. So the same thing, flip-flop will be repeated again. So I'll be teaching the concept of flip-flop at the end, which is like after finishing the concept of the computer organization and architecture. Okay, so आज जो हम देखने जा रहे हैं, that is something which is the title of the subject, which is computer organization and architecture. Okay, so that is something which we'll be learning. So those who have not understood, पहली बात, अगर नहीं समझ में आया कोई बात नहीं है, यू कैन जस्ट गो वॉच द वीडियोस व्हिच आई हैव अपलोडेड. मेरे ख्याल से कल और परसों का 2 दिन का वीडियो आई हैव नॉट अपलोडेड फॉर द मल्टीप्लेक्सर. आई विल बी अपलोडिंग सून, बट उससे पहले अगर आपको वीडियो कुछ लेक्चर समझ में नहीं आया, यू कैन जस्ट गो एंड वॉच द वीडियोस. जिनको अगर फ्रेश स्टार्ट करना है, सो फ्रॉम ओवर हियर यू कैन स्टार्ट फ्रेश. ओके, सो एवरीथिंग दैट यू हैव अंडरस्टूड प्रीवियसली, only small bit of the things will get repeated. Okay, so yeah, so just write down. One important thing before we're starting with the next module is something which is called as register. So what is a register? Register is nothing but it is a place where data is stored temporarily. Okay, so register क्या है? एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पे डेटा को आप temporarily store करते हो. Okay, so क्या register के अंदर डेटा जो आपने डाला क्या वो हमेशा रहेगा? नहीं, it will get erased. Okay, so as per your requirement you can store the data, you can delete the data, you can modify the data. So whatever is required, that is done with the help of register. So register क्या है? It is a place where data is stored. Okay, so register has some size. So a register can be a 8-bit register, a register can be a 16-bit register, a register can be 32-bit register, a register can be 64-bit register, depending on which processor or the register belongs to which processor. सो 8 बिट रजिस्टर यानी 8 बिट प्रोसेसर के अंदर होगा, 16 बिट रजिस्टर 16 बिट के प्रोसेसर में होगा, 32 बिट का रजिस्टर 32 बिट के प्रोसेसर में होगा, 64 बिट का रजिस्टर 64 बिट का प्रोसेसर में होगा. सो व्हाट इज द 8 बिट रजिस्टर? इट विल स्टोर हाउ मेनी बिट ऑफ डेटा? It will store how many bit of data?
8 bit.
It will store 8 bit of data. So that means अगर एक bit को store करने के लिए क्या आप use कर रहे थे? Which circuit were you using for storing 1 bit of data? What was the circuit that you're using for storing just 1 bit of data? That is something called as
Sequential.
yeah. So that is something called as a flip flop, and that flip flop is nothing but it is a sequential circuit. So flip flop is something like this. Okay. So this is a flip flop that we have. So it generally we use a D flip flop. So we have one D flip flop, and in that one D flip flop, okay, this is nothing but a clock. Okay, ये सब बाद में discuss करेंगे. So this D flip flop will store 1 bit of data. So 8 bit के register में how many flip flop will be having? How many such flip flop will be having? 8 flip flop will be having. Okay, is it clear? Is the concept of register clear to you? So इस 8 bit में आप 8 bit के register में आप क्या store कर सकते हो? You can store any data 1001 0011. So this is what you are storing into a register. So the concept of register is very important, and it will be used throughout the computer organization architecture. Computer organization architecture में हर topic में will be using the concept of register. So is concept of register clear? Just assume register is nothing but it is a place, and this place is where you will be storing the data, and this data will be depending on the size of the register that is. Okay, and this place is something which is temporarily. यहाँ पे आप temporary data को store करोगे. Is it clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And generally जो register होता है that is always there in something which is called as processor. Register हमेशा processor के अंदर होगा. Register cannot be outside the processor. It cannot be outside the processor. It has to be within the processor itself. Okay, so the speed of accessing register, will it be faster, or the speed of accessing a hard disk is faster? Can you tell me which will be faster? दोनों के अंदर आप data register, because it is very much closer to the processor, right? It is within the processor. So वो चीज को आप directly access कर पाओगे. अगर आपको hard disk से अगर data उठाना है तो it will require some of the time. It will require some time because वो hard disk से पहले primary memory में आएगा, primary memory से cache memory में आएगा, cache memory से फिर register में आएगा. So it will require some time in order to come within the processor. Okay. So all these the different types of memory we'll be learning in module number 5, which is again a big topic. So today we'll be starting with the next module. Okay. So just write down the title as Computer Organization and Architecture. Okay, so this is the title of your subject also. Architecture. So module name is, I think it is Fundamental of Computer Organization and Architecture. So you can just write down the heading as Computer Organization and Architecture. So first we'll learn what is computer organization and architecture, why we are learning this subject, okay, and then we'll start with the we'll go to I'll not start directly from module 2 or module 3, module 4, module 5. I'll not go into that sequence because we need to go into a sequence जहाँ पे subject demand करता है. Okay, so what is a computer? Sir, first of all, tell me what is a computer. Can someone tell me what is a computer? What is a computer? Computer is a which machine? Is it electronic, mechanical? What machine is it? Computer is a
electronic device.
It is an electronic machine. Okay, it is an electronic machine. And what is the purpose of a computer? What is the purpose of a computer? A computer can be can a remote control be a computer? Can a remote control be a computer? Can a mobile phone be a computer? Can your normal home computer can be a computer? Can your washing machine be a computer? Can all these be a computer? Can we, when you call them as a computer, can your calculator be a computer? Can we call them as a computer?
No.
We can. Why we can call them as a computer? Because they are performing an operation. They are processing. Okay. And what they are processing? What they are processing? They are processing something which is called as programs. So computer is nothing but it is an electronic machine which process what? Programs.
Programs.
Okay. So anything which can process the program, that is considered as a computer. So can be a remote control, it can process. So you can call them as a computer, but these are not like you can call them as embedded system computers. These are not like complete computers. Okay, because they are doing processing, but their processing capability is quite low, but they are considered as a processor. As long as a computer will process a program, that will be considered as a computer. Is it clear? So what is a computer? Definition of a computer. Computer is an electronic machine which processes a program. Okay. And what does program take as input? It take data as input. Okay. And will it generate some output?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is the role of a computer. So how to define a computer? A computer is an electronic machine which perform operation or which process a program, and this program will take data as an input and will produce output as a data. Is it clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So with that we have defined computer. Now we need to understand what is organization and what is something which is called as architecture. So what is an organization? What is an organization? So there are two terms. One is called as a computer organization, and the other one is something which is called as computer architecture. Okay, so yeah, so computer architecture is like, let's say I'm using Intel. Okay, let's say it is a 64-bit processor. Okay, let's say, yeah, it performs instructions such as add, subtract, etc., etc. Okay. Yeah. So by looking at this information, can we see the internal of computer architecture, or can we see something which is inside and how it is done? अगर आपको सिर्फ मैंने बोला ये इंटेल प्रोसेसर है 64 बिट का प्रोसेसर और इसके अंदर ऐड और सब्ट्रैक्ट आप कर सकते हो. Do you know what is inside of it?
No, sir.
No. So computer architecture is something which you cannot look inside the processor. You will come to know कि what is the capability of that computer. आपको उसकी capability का एहसास होगा, but you will not understand how it performs the respective operation. वो operation करेगा कैसे? Addition तो कर दिया मैंने, but वो addition क्या वो adder circuit use करके करने वाला है? वो adder circuit के अंदर कितना data वो at a time लेगा? क्या वो सक्सेसिव एडिशन करेगा? क्या वो कैरी लुक एडर यूज करेगा? What type of addition is it doing? That we don't know, but we know that it will perform addition. We know that it will perform subtraction. So something which deals with just the abstract view, we can call them as architecture. So अगर आपको abstract view मिल रहा है, then you can call them as architecture. And something which is quite detailed. Detailed का मतलब इसके अंदर अगर आपको पता चलेगा कि you are using multiplexer, okay, you are using कैरी लुक अहेड एडर, ओके, उसके बाद ये सारे सर्किट्स यूज कर रहे हो. उसके अलावा देन इट इज यूजिंग, यू कैन से व्हाट साइज ऑफ द रैम यू आर यूजिंग, व्हाट साइज ऑफ रोम यू आर यूजिंग, all these information, okay, how the algorithm of how the operation is getting performed. If all this information that you have, then something which it will be considered as a computer organization. So is it a detailed view or is it an abstract view? What you can say about organization? It is a
Detail view.
So अगर आपको आसान भाषा में समझना है तो कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर इज लाइक यू जस्ट कम टू नो कि दैट यू हैव गॉट समथिंग व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज अ 2 BHK फ्लैट. ओके, आपको ये पता है कि उस फ्लैट में यू हैव गॉट 2 bedroom, 1 hall and 1 kitchen, but you don't know the actual location. Where are the bedroom located? Where is a hall located? Or where is a kitchen located? But if you have a computer organization, you'll get a complete map view of it. So this will be your 1 bedroom, this will be your hall, this will be your 2nd bedroom, and this will be your kitchen. Okay, so this is something you can relate to computer organization and architecture. So as a programmer, what do you want? Do you want a computer organization or do you want a computer architecture? As a programmer,
Organization.
you should be as an organization. Okay, so as a programmer, it is your job that आपको internals पता होना चाहिए. Okay, and what about architecture? Architecture क्या programmer को requirement जरूरी है? Will it be required by the programmer? It is not required. If you know the internal, you will automatically come to know how to write on the program. Okay, so you can also say that this computer organization will give you the answer to the question that how the operation is been done, how the operation is actually done. Okay, so अगर आपको multiplication करना है वो कैसे करना है? Will it be done by successive addition आपको करना है या using Booth's algorithm आपको करना है? Okay, which is again a very big topic and which is very interesting topic. It is very fun to do. Okay, so this decision, how it has been done, that is being sent by the computer organization. Okay, and if it answers a question that what operation has been done, okay, what operation is done, in that case, yeah, it will be considered as a computer architecture. If it answers a questions like what are the operations that it supports? So it supports multiplication, it supports addition, it supports any other operation like logical or and etc. Okay, अगर ये सारे ऑपरेशन ये करता है, ये आपको पता है, तो आपको आर्किटेक्चर पता है, और अगर ये कैसे करता है ये अगर आपको पता है, देन आपको ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पता है. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we'll be discussing about the different types of architecture. After learning about different architecture, we'll go into the organization, something which we'll be discussing. Okay. Fine. So is organization and architecture clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll go to the next topic. The next topic is something which is called as a computer architecture. Okay. So what is a computer architecture? What does computer holds? Can someone tell me? कंप्यूटर के पास क्या क्या होता है?
CPU.
CPU. So that CPU we can call them as processor. Okay. So we have got a processor. उसके बाद we have something which is called as memory. Okay. And we have something which is called as input output devices. So these are the major architecture of any computers. हर एक computer के अंदर these are the major architecture that we have. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning is that this is one of the important architecture. Okay. ज़्यादातर सवालों का जवाब अगर आपको कोई भी आर्किटेक्चर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, you just draw this. You'll get at least 2 or 3 marks for this. Okay. So it is like one of the most abstract. इसको और डिटेलिंग में हम धीरे धीरे अगले मॉड्यूल्स में देखते चले जाएंगे. ओके. सो एनी कंप्यूटर दैट यू have can be your mobile phone, can be your laptop, can be your tablet, can be any desktop computer that we have. It will have these 3 major components. Okay. So one of the most important component that it has is something which is called as a processor. So can you name any processor that you know of? What are the different processors that you know? List down the processor. Yeah, so we have Celeron, we have Pentium. Which Pentium? Pentium 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Yeah, then we have Core to Duo. We have Dual Core. और कुछ है पता है आपको? We have Ryzen 3 series, Ryzen 5 series, Ryzen 7 series. We are having i3, i5, 7, 9. So these are the different processors. Okay. So हम जो पढ़ेंगे, okay, we'll be learning one of the processor which is called as 8086. Okay. This will be learning in labs. Okay. So from today onwards, you'll be starting with the labs. Okay. MPL is a lab that you'll be learning, and that is something which is called as a microprocessor lab. And in microprocessor lab, module a second का कुछ part which is 8086, strictly 8086, that will be learning within the lab itself. Okay. So we'll be learning one of the processor which is called as 8086. So many times a question being asked here, 8086 is like a processor which is like 40 years old processor. ये 40 साल पुराना processor है. So why we are trying to learn this processor which is like 40 years old? So it is like if you know how to do 2 plus 2, you are able to do 1 million plus 1 million. You can easily do that. Okay, so that is the logic behind this, because 8086 is one of the first processor which is a base of all the modern processors that we have right now, because it includes all the major operations such as pipelining, such as just a second. Okay, yeah. Okay, so why we are learning 8086? Because 8086 is one of the processor, one of the most stable processor, जो आज के जितने भी modern processor है उसके अंदर का जो भी basic component है, it was already developed 40 years before. So that is why 8086 ज़्यादातर आप किताबों में या ज़्यादातर प्रोसेसर अगर कोई पढ़ाएंगे आपको, या COA सब्जेक्ट अगर आपको पढ़ाएंगे, आपको जो प्रोसेसर यूज करना पड़ेगा समझने के लिए, in order to understand the working of COA, you will be using one of the most important processor, and that is 8086. 8085 भी बहुत सारे प्रोसेसर में है, but 8085 के अंदर जो पाइपलाइनिंग है, that is not that much clear. Okay, so the concept of pipelining is more clear in 8086. Is it clear? यहाँ तक समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if I'm going too fast, do let me know. Okay. Fine. So we have something which is called as a processor. We have something which is called as a memory. We have something which is called as the IO devices. So the work of a processor is to process the program. Okay. So program जो है उसको process करने का काम processor का है. Program कहाँ पे store होगा कोई बता सकता है? Where is the program stored? क्या वो प्रोसेसर के पास होगा? क्या वो IO devices के पास होगा? क्या वो मेमोरी के पास होगा?
Memory.
Memory.
So program will be guaranteed it will be stored within the program. Okay, so this program will first come into the processor. ये प्रोसेसर के पास आएगा, प्रोसेसर इसके ऊपर ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करेगा. उस ऑपरेशन करने के दौरान उस दरमियान आपको कुछ डेटा लगेगा, राइट? बिकॉज प्रोग्राम हैज टू बी वर्कड ऑन डेटा. वेयर विल दिस डेटा विल बी स्टोर्ड?
IO device.
It will be stored in IO devices. Yeah, IO devices you can give the data. Okay, you can give the inputs over from there. But हर time आप inputs नहीं देते हो, right? Sometimes you need to put down that input into the memory. डायरेक्टली आप इनपुट नहीं देते प्रोसेसर को, आप वो पहले मेमोरी में डालते फिर मेमोरी से लिया जाता है, राइट ना? अगर आप एक मूवी प्ले कर रहे हो, वेयर आर यू गिविंग दैट मूवीज? इनपुट आउटपुट डिवाइसेस आप इंटरैक्ट करते हो कि आपको क्या प्ले करना है, बट वेयर इज दैट डेटा एक्चुअली?
Memory.
So memory not only include program but it will include the data as well. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So always remember the role of memory is just not to hold the program but it will also store your data. Example, any mobile that you have, okay, आपके पास अगर Instagram app है, that is a program. उसके अंदर का जो फोटो है which is also stored, that photo is also stored within your mobile phone. या तो वो Instagram के सर्वर पे होगा, कहीं पे भी होगा, it has to be stored in the memory. वो memory में ही store होगा. So the program is also stored in the memory, the data is also stored in the memory. Okay. YouTube अगर आप देख रहे हो, YouTube पे जो stream कर रहे हो, that is something which is YouTube is nothing but it is a program. And जो data आप देखने की कोशिश करो, जिस पे आप click करो, though you're clicking through input output devices, but that movie that you're watching or that video that you're watching is getting played from a memory device. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So the role of memory is that it will not just store program, but it will store data as well. Okay. So हम क्या करेंगे? प्रोसेसर के पास प्रोग्राम आएगा, प्रोसेसर इसके ऊपर परफॉर्म करेगा ऑपरेशन. उस ऑपरेशन के दौरान it will ask for some data. That data will also be there with memory, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. After performing the operation, it will generate some data, and that data will be again stored where? In the memory. Can it be stored in the memory? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that is like two-way communication. So between memory and processor, we are having two-way communication because first of all, ऑपरेशन किस पे करना है? वो जो डेटा जहाँ पे आपको एक्सेस करना है, वो इन्फॉर्मेशन देने के लिए आपको मेमोरी को कौन बताएगा? प्रोसेसर बताएगा. मेमोरी ऑन आइडेंटिफाइंग कि which data it needs to provide, it will send the data. So memory will send the data to the processor. So this communication is a two-way communication. Similarly, we have the third component which is called as the IO devices. Okay, so these IO devices will interact with processor. वो interact करेगा प्रोसेसर से. वो बोलेगा कि मुझे ये मूवी प्ले करना है. So it will not directly go with memory. Directly memory के पास जाके नहीं बोलेगा because memory is not like जहाँ पे आप data को directly आप access कर सकते हो. Data को access करना है, so that should be done through processor itself. So processor is like you can say it is a brain which will perform all the operations. Okay. So IO device will contact processor. Please play this following movie. Processor will go to the memory. It will ask the memory to please play the following movie. So memory will fetch the data from the memory. The processor will fetch the data and it will give back to the output devices. Is it clear? Is it working clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's say अगर आपने D drive में अगर आपने कोई मूवी रखी है, वो मूवी आपको प्ले करनी है. So with the help of IO devices, आप क्या करोगे? माउस लोगे. Mouse is a IO device. Can I take mouse as an input device? Can I take it as an input device?
Yes.
Or is it
Yes,
output?
sir.
Is mouse an input device or output device?
Input device.
It is an input device. So with the help of my mouse, I'll just click on the respective icon. I will go to D drive. On the D drive, I'll just click on that particular movie. Okay. So what is actually happening? I'm asking a processor key to play that following movie, which I'm clicking on. So processor will identify, yes, this particular file is required and that is supposed to be played. So it will ask memory to kindly send that particular data. So memory क्या करेगा? वो data send करेगा किसको? Processor को. Processor on receiving that data, it will send to the output device. So which is the output device which we can use in order to view that movie? What is that output device? It is monitor.
Monitor.
तो
Monitor.
या स्क्रीन या कोई भी चीज आप यूज करके आप उस मूवी को प्ले कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो दैट इज हाउ योर एक्चुअल कंप्यूटर विल वर्क. इज दिस क्लियर? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so kindly draw this diagram. Kindly draw this diagram. See to it that you draw this double arrow. Okay, you draw broader arrows. Okay, why it is a broader arrow? Because we are not just sending a single bit, we are sending multiple bits at a time. Okay, so that is a representation of that particular arrows. Okay, so this is computer architecture of a single computer. Have you drawn?
Yes, sir.
So I'll quickly erase this. I'll just wait. Okay. चले आगे चले.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So अगर आप प्रोसेसर को देखोगे, a processor will have two major important components into it. Okay. प्रोसेसर के अंदर दो important components. मेमोरी जो है बाद में आते हैं, but सबसे important चीज is something which is called as a processor. So processor has two major component. One is something called as ALU, or you can call, sorry, not ALU, but you can call it as a EU. I'll just erase it. Yeah, ALU is a part of EU, but you just write down the component as EU. Okay. So it has one of the most important component which is called as EU. What is the full form of EU? Any guesses?
YouTube unit.
Yeah, so execution unit. It is execution unit. Okay, so just write down the full form of EU. It is execution unit. So the first important part is something which is called as execution unit. The second important unit is something which is called as a CU. What is the full form? Any guesses?
Control unit.
Control unit. Yeah. So we have got two major components of a processor. Processor के पास दो major component होगा. एक को execution unit बोला जाएगा और एक को control unit बोला जाएगा. Any guess what will be done at EU? EU पे क्या हो सकता है? Execute क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग? प्रोग्राम को कैसे?
प्रोग्राम को रन करना.
Yes, sir.
या कैसे करने वाले हैं प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूट? बाय परफॉर्मिंग ऑपरेशंस लाइक अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेशंस, लॉजिकल ऑपरेशंस, राइट.
Yes, sir.
So these are the two major operations that you respectively do on the program. Program पे आप ज्यादातर यही दो ही ऑपरेशन आप करते हो, arithmetic and logical operation. So for performing this operation, you'll be using a specialized circuit, and that circuit will be called as ALU. What is ALU stand for? ALU stand for
Arithmetic logic unit.
So it is called as arithmetic and logical unit. So EU के पास ALU होता है, which will be discussing. And CU क्या होता है? अगर EU जो है अगर आपका एग्जीक्यूट करके दे रहा है, so what is CU doing? What is the role of CU? Then
कंट्रोल करता है उसको मेमोरी से फैच करने के लिए.
yeah, rather than doing that, yeah, बराबर है, कंट्रोल करता है, but how it does control? In order to understand that, yeah, it is done through control signals. Okay, so CU is something which controls all the operations, and it does it with by sending the control signals. ये control signal भेजेगा कि इस मोमेंट पे परफॉर्म दिस ऑपरेशन, बिकॉज वी डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट मोमेंट कब ये कर रहा है. आपने माउस तो क्लिक कर दिया, जैसे मैं अभी यहाँ पे होवर तो कर रहा हूँ अपना पेन को. Okay, I'm using a pen tablet which is an input output devices, and I'm hovering my pen over there. Okay, but ये इसी moment पे करना है. How does the computer know? So CU is something which will release the control signal. So CU is a unit which make this whole computer behave like a living thing. Okay, so CU उसको बताएगा कि ये अभी करो, ये अभी करो, ये अभी करो. So all this decision when to perform the respective operation will be done by control unit. And how it does that? By releasing control signals. So control signals is like, अगर आपको CU अगर समझना है, it is just like a brain. Okay, so जैसा brain आपका it generates something which is called as neurons. Heard about neurons?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
It is one of the largest cell in the body. Okay, it is something which is called as a nerve cell. Okay, so nerve cell क्या करेगा? अगर आपको किसी ने मारा, so that response will be understood by the brain through that neurons. So it will send the respective information. और अगर आपको उसका response देना है, it will hit back. So that response is all these operations will be calculated by neurons. और वो मतलब it will not be calculated, but it will be that response कि ये response कब देना है, किसी मारने के बाद आपको response देना है या पहले आपको response देना है. So that all information is something which will be released by your brain. So similarly over here, control unit is acting as a brain. Okay, so it will release the control signals, and on releasing this control signals, all the other component will identify कि मुझे मेरा रोल क्या है, मेरा रोल क्या है, मेरा रोल क्या है, मुझे क्या करना है, मुझे क्या करना है. So you can say CU is nothing but it acts as a manager. ओके और वो सबको रोल बताएगा कि तुम्हें इस मोमेंट पे ये करना है, तुम्हें इस मोमेंट पे ये करना है, तुम्हें इस मोमेंट पे ये करना है. एंड ऑन गेटिंग दिस कंट्रोल सिग्नल्स, then only EU will perform its data, then only memory will perform the data, then only IO will perform this respective data. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is the role of CU, okay, which is called as a control unit. And yeah, and memory जो है, memory is something like जहाँ पे program और data है. इस memory के बहुत सारे type है. Okay, so that memory can be secondary memory, it can be primary memory. Primary memory में we have further classification. Secondary memory we have different types of memory. Secondary में we have something which is called as HDD. What does HDD stand for?
Hard disk drive.
Hard disk drive. Then we have something which is called as a floppy disk. Okay. Then we have something which is called as SSDs. Okay. Then these are the different types of external disk or external memory, or you can also call them as secondary memory. Uske baad primary memory mein aa jao. Primary memory mein we have something which is called as a RAM and ROM. This RAM and ROM are also different type. One is called as a SRAM. Then we have DRAM. Then in ROM we have something which is called as a ROM, PROM, EPROM, double EPROM, okay, etc., etc. Then we have something which is called as a cache memory. In cache memory, we have L1, L2, L3 cache. Okay, then after that, we have something which is called as a registers. The registers are mainly made of what? Flip-flop. Okay, so all these will be included into the memory. So while discussing memory, we'll be discussing that. And in input-output devices, we have something like what are the input devices? What are the different output devices? There is a term which is called as a DMA, which is called as a direct memory access. यानी अगर input output device को memory से कुछ data को fetch करना है और वो fetch आपको faster pace पे करना है, so you can bypass the processor and you can directly fetch from the memory. And that for doing that you require some another component which is called as direct memory access, and that is something which is included in the IO devices. Okay, so if you want to divide this subject, it can be divided as one unit as control unit, one unit as execution unit, one unit as memory, and another unit as input output devices. So similarly, the whole subject has been divided. For control unit, we have module number 3. For execution unit, we have module number 4. For memory, we have module number 5. And for IO devices, we have module number 6. Okay, so we have covered module number 1. So module number 1 will teach you about logic designing. We are starting with the second module, which is fundamental of computer organization architecture. So that will teach you about what is computer organization, what is architecture, what are the different types of architecture. So we are more into architecture in this particular module. After this, it also includes 8086, though 8086 will be learning in lab, okay, because all the things cannot be covered at a given time. Syllabus बहुत ज़्यादा vast है. We have got 3 different subjects. I've been repeatedly telling you. One is LD, other is 8086, and the next is COA. Okay, so this LD we have almost covered. 8086 is something which will be covering in the lab, and this COA will be covering. Okay, so this COA can be divided into 4 different modules. Out of this, if you suggest, we can directly go with the 4th module first. Okay, because we have already covered with this something which is called as adder. So अगर हमने adder समझ लिया, after that we need to understand something which is called as a multiplication, then division, and then how to show floating point numbers. Okay, so these 3 major points we need to cover. So by covering that, we can complete something which is called as execution unit, and out of this, guaranteed 20 marks numerical will be there. Okay, so it is something which is completely based on numerical. It is very fun to do. Okay, so this we can do earlier. Okay, after finishing the second module, we can directly jump to 4th module, and then we can come to the 3rd module. Okay, and 3rd module is one of the you can say it is like it creates the interest in the subject, or it can also remove the interest from the subject. Okay, because it is quite complicated and it requires a lot of your attention in order to understand this particular subject. Okay, so in CU we'll be learning how to generate this control signals. The signals generate कैसे करते हैं? There are 2 ways of doing that. One is called as something which is called as a hardwired control unit, जहाँ पे actual physical circuit use की जाती है, and the other one is something which is called as a micro program control unit. यहाँ पे program को use करके हम control signals को generate कर सकते हैं. So there are 2 ways of doing that. How to achieve that? There hardwired में there are 3 different ways of achieving that. For micro program control unit में there are 2 ways of doing that. So we'll be learning how to achieve that control unit. And इस पे guaranteed कम से कम 20 से 30 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आपको इसके ऊपर guaranteed आएगा. So using these 2 modules, you can at least score 50 to 60 marks out of these 2 particular modules. And then we'll come to memory. Memory is like something which will be asked guaranteed for 10 to 15 marks. And the IO devices, one question will be there which is either of 5 marks or 10 marks. So that is the overall weightage that we have. Okay. So can we go after module number 2? Can we go to execution unit, or do you want to go to control unit? I think the better approach is we go to EU. First, we understand how to perform all the operations, and then how to release the control signals for doing the respective operation. Can we do like that?
Yes, sir. Sarika.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So computer architecture, have you drawn the diagram for the computer architecture? Have you drawn it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just write down the next topic is something which is called as a types of computer architecture. Okay. Types of computer architecture. So just write down there are two types of computer architecture. There are two types of computer architecture. One is called as Harvard architecture, and the other one is something which is called as von Neumann architecture. Okay, so just write down one is something which is called as Harvard architecture, and some second one is first one just write down von Neumann and then write down Harvard architecture, because von Neumann was the first one to get introduced. von Neumann सबसे पहला architecture बना था, उसके बाद Harvard architecture बना. Okay. Oh shit! Just a second. Yes. Sorry for the delay. Actually, one my pen actually fell down and it just got broken. So I just need to fix it. So we have two different types of architecture. One is something which is called as von Neumann architecture, and the other is called as Harvard architecture. Okay. So von Neumann is nothing but he is one of the, you can say he is the father of computer, because he is the first physicist, and you can say he is the first computer engineer who basically introduced the
सर आपकी आवाज स्लो हो गई है.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so von Neumann is nothing but he was a physicist. Okay, and he actually introduced the concept of computer architecture. So whatever we are learning right now, whatever the computer that we have made, it was completely based on the von Neumann architecture. So von Neumann architecture पे ही आपका पूरा architecture बना हुआ है. Okay. So Harvard architecture is just a small, minute change that is generally put onto the von Neumann architecture. Okay, so we'll just quickly draw the von Neumann architecture and we'll just see what is von Neumann architecture. The same architecture can be asked for 5 marks and it can be asked for 10 marks also. अगर 10 marks के लिए पूछा जाएगा, then you need to draw this same diagram. अगर 5 marks के लिए पूछा जाएगा, you need to draw the first diagram. जो हमने पहला छोटा diagram देखा है, वही diagram आपको बनाना है अगर 5 marks के लिए पूछा जाए. So first we have something which is called as memory. Then we have something which is called as processor, or you can say CPU. CPU stands for central processing unit. And finally we have something which is called as IO devices. Okay, is this clear? In the processor, यहाँ पे actual आपका classification होगा. Okay, so सबसे पहले we have something which is called as ALU as a component. So what does ALU stand for?
Arithmetic and logic unit.
Arithmetic and logic unit. Then we have another component which is called as PC. What does PC stand for?
Program control.
Program counter. Program counter. Then we have something which is called as IR. IR stand for instruction. R stand for
Register.
register. Good. Then we have something which is called as MAR. That is memory. Memory. A stand for address. R stand for register.
Register.
So it is memory address register. Then we have something which is called as MDR. Just guess for this. Memory. What register? Data register. One is memory address register, other is something which is called as data register. Okay. Then we have something which is called as CU. What does CU stand for?
Control unit.
Control unit. Okay. Then we have a specialized register which is called as ACC. It stands for accumulator. And we have got some other register which is called as a GPR, which stands for general purpose registers. Okay. So this is the complete architecture. We have got some buses also. Okay. So these are called as, we have 3 different types of buses. I'll just choose some other color for these buses. Okay. Yeah, so one is white, one is yellow that I'm choosing. Yeah.
सर आपने एसीसी का फुल फॉर्म क्या बताया?
Accumulator. 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 You're accumulating multiple things into it. क्या है वो, इसका रोल क्या है वो हम देखेंगे. But it accumulates. Accumulates मतलब आप उसके अंदर डालते चले जाओगे. That is something which is accumulates. समझ में है ना? Accumulator. It is just an English word. Accumulate. You just keep on adding. That is something which is called as accumulator. Fine. Should I write down the whole spelling? The spelling is ACCUMULATOR. Accumulator. And the meaning is something you keep on adding. Adding, and finally what you got, that is something which is a result. So that is called as accumulator. That is the meaning of it. And what is the meaning? Actually, it does the same thing. As per its meaning, it does the actual same thing. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have got another buses. So these are the different buses that we have. So something which is in white, we call them as address bus. So these are address bus. Okay. Something in yellow, we call them as data bus. We have also data bus over here. And something in blue, we call them as control bus. Okay. We have control bus over here also. Yay, same architecture, we have something over here. So this was all together, we have merged together, and we have address, we have data, and we have control. And all these merged together, they are called as a system bus. Okay? यहाँ पे उसको हमने differentiate कर दिया, उसको हमने अलग कर दिया. So we have got how many types of system buses? System bus are of 3 different types. One is address bus, data bus, and control bus. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is just the same architecture. Okay, यहाँ पे भी memory है, यहाँ पे भी IO devices है, यहाँ पे भी control unit है और central processing unit है. यहाँ पे भी same है, memory है, IO devices है, CPU को हमने और disintegrate कर दिया है. Okay, is this clear? Is the diagram clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just write down the heading as it is a von Neumann architecture. It is a von Neumann architecture. Fine. Have you drawn the diagram?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll discuss about this. But before discussing von Neumann architecture, का philosophy क्या था? We'll discuss that. And Harvard architecture के अंदर बस एक छोटा सा change था. Okay. What was the change? The change was the memory was split into 2 memories. Okay. 2 memory बन गई थी. One was called as program memory and another was called as data memory. Okay. So अगर 2 split हो रही थी तो इसका मतलब buses भी हमारे पास double हो जाएंगे, right? One for address, one for data, and one for control signals. Is this clear? So this architecture, you can refer that this changed architecture is something which is called as Harvard architecture. So just draw this snapshot of this also. Draw both the architecture and we'll discuss both at the same time. If you understand the concept of von Neumann, you will understand the concept of Howard. Okay, just a small change. Memory जो है वो split हो जाएगी. One is called as a program memory, other is called as a data memory. Just take a snapshot. और अगर आप बुक पे बना रहे हो, so अगर 2 मिनट चाहिए तो 2 मिनट में बनाओ फटाफट. अगर हो गया तो मुझे बोलो, तो मैं आपको साथ साथ एक्सप्लेन भी कर सकता हूँ. Can I explain? You can.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
1 minute.
Okay. So this new component that you have added, this will not be included in von Neumann. Only in the case of Howard, this will be included.
हो गया सर.
Okay. So yeah. So Howard, von Neumann एक physicist था जिसने कंप्यूटर का आर्किटेक्चर डिजाइन किया था. उसने क्या बोला था कि मेरे पास एक प्रोसेसर होना चाहिए, मेरे पास एक मेमोरी होगा और मेरे पास IO devices hoga. Using that, I can create something which is called as a computer, and this computer will take some program, and this program will be stored in the memory. And on this program will require some data, which will again be stored in the same memory. And within the same memory, I can get the data, I can perform the operation onto the data using the program that I have, and I can generate the output. This output can be presented onto the output screen, and it can be displayed onto the output devices, and can be stored back into the memory. Okay, so that was the concept of von Neumann. So von Neumann की जो आइडिया था, फिलोसफी था, उसका ये कहना था मेमोरी जो है वो सिर्फ एक ही मेमोरी होगी, and that memory will include two things. One is something which is called as a program, and the other is something which is called as data. Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes sir.
So von Neumann सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक ही फिलोसफी पे वर्क करता है, that is all the program and data should be stored in exactly one memory, and that memory is something which is called as just a normal memory. Okay. Also, von Neumann introduced the concept of registers. Von Neumann was the first person जिसने actual register का concept invent किया था. Okay, he come up with the term which is called as a register, and these registers will have the respective roles. उसने उस register का respective role define किया था, and these all were done like 50-60 years before. Okay, and in today's world, everything is still the same. Everything is still based on von Neumann architecture. Okay, so what are these roles that has been defined? तो सबसे पहले जो role है, please write down about ALU. So what does ALU stand for?
Arithmetic logical unit.
Yeah, so just write down the first component is something which is called as arithmetic and logic unit. So what is the role of ALU? It will perform what operations and what operations?
Arithmetic and
logical.
Logical operations. And how it does that? How it does that? By using which circuit? Combinational circuits. By using combinational circuits. And these combinational circuits will have gates. So basically at the end we are using gates only. Okay, so just write down arithmetic logic unit is nothing but it performs arithmetic and logical operations by using combinational circuits, which include gates. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
The second important component is something which is called as a PC. Okay, so यहाँ से आपका register का concept start होगा. So PC is a register. Just write down PC is a register. Okay, PC it is a register. We don't know your register का size क्या. It depends on which processor are we making. Since it was a general architecture for all the processor, अगर आप 8086 की बात करोगे, so PC 8086 is a 16-bit processor. तो उसके अंदर जो PC होगा that is a 16-bit register. अगर आप 8085 की बात करोगे, वो 8-बिट का प्रोसेसर है, उसके अंदर का जो पीसी होगा वो 8-बिट का होगा. अगर आप मॉडर्न कंप्यूटर की बात कर रहे हो, सो व्हिच इज अ 64-बिट प्रोसेसर, उसके अंदर का जो पीसी होगा वो 64-बिट का होगा. सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हिच प्रोसेसर यू आर यूजिंग. इट इज जस्ट इन दिस केस वी आर मेकिंग अ जेनेरिक आर्किटेक्चर डायग्राम. वी डोंट नो कि इसका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या है, वो कितने बिट का है, क्या है. दैट विल बी कम टू नो व्हेन वी आर स्टडी अबाउट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट प्रोसेसर्स. बट राइट नाउ पीसी इज नथिंग बट इट इज अ रजिस्टर. इज दिस क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
What is a register? Register is nothing but it is a
Temporary storage.
temporary storage where we store data. So register is something where जहाँ पे आप data को store करोगे. Okay, and that data can be your actual data. Okay, जिसका मतलब क्या है, जिसके ऊपर आप operation perform करोगे, और it can be address also. So address is also considered as something which is data. Address मतलब it is a place where your data is stored. So दो चीज आप store कर सकते हो, या तो data store कर सकते हो या तो address store कर सकते हो. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes sir.
So PC is a register. Okay. What is the name of this register? PC stands for program.
Program counter.
counter. So PC stands for program counter. And what is the role of this register? It stores the address of next instruction. Is it clear? So ये करंट इंस्ट्रक्शन का एड्रेस स्टोर नहीं करेगा, ये नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन का. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप ये लाइन एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हो, ये लाइन कहां पे डिफाइन है? लेट्स से इट इज डिफाइंड एट सम फॉलोइंग दिस एड्रेस. इस एड्रेस पे डिफाइन है. ओके 00011. इस एड्रेस पे ये आपका प्रोग्राम स्टोर्ड है और वो लाइन को एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा है. ओके इसके अगले लाइन पे विच इज 0012, इस लाइन पे ये वाले अगला कोड एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा है. सो पीसी विल नॉट होल्ड 0001 but it will hold the address which is 0012. Is it clear? Because it is going to store the address of which instruction, not the current instruction but the next. So अगले instruction को point करने के लिए कि यानी अगला line क्या execute होना चाहिए, that is always handled by something which is called as a PC register. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So what it holds the address. It does not hold the data. Remember that carefully. Okay. What it holds? Address. Address of what? Address of the data or address of the instruction?
Address of data. Makes sense.
Yeah. So memory जो है आपके, I'll just make it as clear. Okay. Don't get confused. Memory के पास क्या है? Data भी है. Memory के पास program भी है. Program का मतलब instruction भी है. Okay. So data मतलब क्या है? 25 is the data. Okay. Add करना is something which is called as an instruction. Okay. So ये 25 कोई एक लोकेशन पे होगा. एड्रेस जो आपको ऐड जो कर रहा है वो भी एक लोकेशन पे होगा. ये जो लोकेशन होगा 25 का, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द एड्रेस ऑफ व्हाट? डेटा. दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज एड्रेस ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन. अगर आपको पीसी जो स्टोर करेगा, इट विल स्टोर द एड्रेस ऑफ नॉट द करंट इंस्ट्रक्शन बट द नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन. ओके व्हाट इट विल स्टोर? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट विल स्टोर एड्रेस. इट विल नॉट स्टोर द डेटा. एड्रेस किसका? इंस्ट्रक्शन का, ना कि डेटा का. किस इंस्ट्रक्शन का? नॉट द करंट इंस्ट्रक्शन बट द नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
So what is a PC? PC is a register. What is the full form of PC? It is a program counter. What it store? It stores address. Which address? The next instruction ka address. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The next component is something which is called as the third component, which is called as IR. So what is IR? IR is also a register. So it is a register. What is the full form of IR? It is instruction register. Okay, and this will also store the address. It stores the address of what? Address of the current instruction. Address of the current instruction. यानी जो इंस्ट्रक्शन अभी एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा है उस इंस्ट्रक्शन का जो एड्रेस है that will be hold into the IR. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So is the three components clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next is component number 4, which is called as MAR. Okay, MAR. Okay, write down the full form. It is also a register. R stands for register, so it is a register. Register का मतलब it is a temporary place where you store data or address. Okay, so it is MAR. So MAR का मतलब क्या होगा? It will store
Memory address.
It stores address. Address of what? Address of what?
Memory.
Address of the memory, yeah, but it is of the instruction. It stores the address of the instructions. Okay, so जो instruction in between में है, जहाँ पे आपको जाना है, okay, उस instruction को आपको address register में डालना पड़ेगा. It stores the address of the instructions. Next instruction will be stored in PC. Current instruction will be stored in IR. And in between कोई भी instruction पे अगर आपको jump करना है या कोई instruction पे अगर आपको कहीं पे भी branch करके किसी और instruction पे पहुंचना है, that address will be stored in MAR. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? So I'll give the clarification again. PC also stores the address. IR also stores the address. MAR also stores the address. All these address are the address of the instruction. Okay. PC stores the instruction. PC gives the address of the next instruction. IR gives the address of the current instruction. MAR gives the address of the instructions जहाँ पे आपको future में जाना है. Which can be anywhere that you want to give. Is it clear? Is
Yes,
MAR?
sir.
Yeah. Next is
Yes,
something
sir.
which is called as MBR. It is memory buffer register. It is also a register, but this will give the address of, instead of instruction, it will give the address of the data. So just write down. It stores address of data. यानी 25 कहाँ पे स्टोर है? अगर 25 अगर आपको डेटा चाहिए तो उसका एड्रेस जो होगा थ्रू MBR आएगा. Is it clear? So what is MBR? MBR is also a register, but it will not give the address of instruction, but it will give the address of the data. And who will require this data? ये data किसको चाहिए? प्रोसेसर को चाहिए. ये instruction किसको चाहिए? प्रोसेसर को चाहिए. Next instruction किसको चाहिए? प्रोसेसर को चाहिए. Current instruction किसको चाहिए? प्रोसेसर को चाहिए. Everything is required by the instruction. And through what address it is required, वो address कहाँ पे है, क्या है, ये जो देगा या तो प्रोसेसर दे सकता है या वो मेमोरी दे सकता है. ओके, सो इट इज अ टू वे कम्युनिकेशन. अगर प्रोसेसर को पता है वो एड्रेस किस लोकेशन पे है, कहाँ से वो इंस्ट्रक्शन को फेच कर रहा है, वो एड्रेस जो है वो प्रोसेसर देगा. और अगर मेमोरी उसको बताएगा कि दिस data that you're requiring or this instruction that you're requiring, it is present in so and so location, so that information will be given by the memory. Is it clear?
सर
Yes, Anina.
सर MBR है या MDR है?
MBR, you can also call it as MDR also. You can call it as the MDR. MDR अगर आप बोलोगे तो it is called as a memory data register. You can also call them the same thing as MBR. Just mute your mic, I think. Mute your mic. Yeah, so you can call them as both. You can call them as MDR also. You can call them as MBR also. MDR stands for memory data register. MBR is called as a memory buffer register. The role of both the same are called as it is similar role. Okay, दोनों का काम एक ही है. दोनों जो रजिस्टर जो है, दोनों रजिस्टर है, दोनों एड्रेस जो है उनने डेटा का एड्रेस स्टोर करेगा. दोनों रजिस्टर के अंदर एड्रेस ऑफ डेटा विल बी स्टोर्ड. सिमिलरली दिस पीसी कैन आल्सो बी कॉल्ड एज आईपी. इसको आईपी भी बोल सकते हैं. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन प्रोसेसर टू प्रोसेसर. इन 8086 इट इज कॉल्ड एज आईपी. इन 8085 इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ पीसी. In Pentium, it is called as a PC. In Ryzen, it is called as a IP. So, depending on the processor that you're using, they change the term interchangeably. But as per von Neumann, it is generally called as PC. Okay? Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear?
सर आईपी
Yes,
का
sir.
फुल फॉर्म फिर इंस्ट्रक्शन पॉइंटर होगा.
It is called as an instruction pointer, yes. But the role is exactly same. PC का भी वही role है. It will store the next instruction. IP address of the next instruction. IP will also store the address of the next instruction. And both are registered. Similarly, आप MDR बोलो या MBR बोलो, दोनों is similar thing. I think मैंने diagram पे MDR draw किया, right? Yeah. So you can just write down MDR also over here. You can just write down MBR over there as well. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear?
यस सर.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
sir.
आगे थोड़ा और भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, जैसे CU है, accumulator है, GPR है, ये डिस्कस करेंगे हम लोग आगे. But before closing, I'll just explain. हार्वर्ड आर्किटेक्चर ने सिर्फ एक छोटा चेंज किया. उसने क्या बोला कि जो मेमोरी है, उस मेमोरी को मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, दो अलग अलग मेमोरी बनाऊंगा. एक प्रोग्राम के लिए अलग मेमोरी, डेटा के लिए अलग मेमोरी. सो विच इज द बेस्ट आर्किटेक्चर आउट ऑफ टू? कैन यू गेस? एक मेमोरी होना अच्छा है, एक मेमोरी होना अच्छा है या दो मेमोरी होना अच्छा है? Any guess? Any guess? Any guess?
दो.
It depends on application. Okay, the answer is it depends on application. Okay, if it is embedded system that we are talking about, if it is like washing machine, if it is oven, okay, washing machine oven पे अगर आप let's say oven पे अगर आप प्रेस करते हो, start the cook the food, उस पे अगर आप बटन प्रेस करते हो, what will happen? Will the operation start instantly? वो instantly प्रेस होगा, ऑपरेशन इंस्टेंटली होगा आपका, कुकिंग फौरन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा आपका, और इट विल टेक सम टाइम. व्हाट विल हैपन? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll repeat again. Let's say if there is a microwave oven that you have. Microwave oven में आप क्या करोगे? आप एक टाइमर सेट करते हो. Let's say 20 सेकंड के लिए आपने सेट किया and you click on start button. What will happen? For 20 seconds your microwave will start and the cook the food that you have inside the microwave oven, it will start getting heating up, right? Right?
Yes.
यस सर.
Will this operation happen instantly within like just clicking? It will happen within like snap of a finger?
No.
No.
Wow, no. आप बटन दबाते हो 1 घंटे के बाद पकना चालू होता है क्या, कि फौरन होता है?
So, but we have to wait for 20 seconds.
Yeah, but that operation is instantly performing, right? It is instantly, right?
Yes, sir.
आप क्लिक करते हो फौरन होता है ना. वॉशिंग मशीन पे अगर आपने ड्रायर पे क्लिक किया तो ड्रायर फौरन चालू हो जाएगा ना, राइट? एवरीथिंग इज टू बी डन. एलिवेटर पे अगर आप बटन दबाओगे, एलिवेटर पे थर्ड फ्लोर पे आए तो थर्ड फ्लोर पे फौरन जाओगे ना. ऐसा नहीं 1 घंटे तक रुकेगा, मैं सोचेगा कि मैं करूं कि नहीं करूं, या ये कर पाऊंगा कि नहीं कर पाऊंगा. वो अपना कैलकुलेशन तो नहीं ना करेगा, उसका रोल डिफाइन है कि उसको ये करना है तो करना है, राइट.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whereas in computer, whereas in normal computer, whereas in normal mobile phone, it will first check क्या ये ऑपरेशन करना पॉसिबल है, क्या ये डेटा एक्चुअली अलाउड है. So all those operations are required, right? So normal computer, is it slower or is it faster? A computer, एक कंप्यूटर पे अगर आप एक मूवी प्ले करते हो या कोई फाइल ओपन करते हो या कोई भी, लेट्स से अगर आप कैड कैम का सॉफ्टवेयर ओपन कर रहे हो, ओके, उस पे आप क्लिक करते हो, इट टेक्स लेट्स से 1 मिनट का टाइम लेता है उसको ओपन करने के लिए, डिपेंड ऑन द प्रोसेसर दैट यू हैव. अगर एक रिमोट कंट्रोल पे अगर आप एक बटन प्रेस करते हो चैनल चेंज करने के लिए, किसका स्पीड फास्टर है?
रिमोट कंट्रोल का.
रिमोट कंट्रोल का. क्यों फास्टर है? बिकॉज इट परफॉर्म्स अ डेडिकेटेड टास्क. उसका एक ही काम है चैनल चेंज करना, वॉल्यूम को बढ़ाना, कम करना. उसका एक डेडिकेटेड टास्क है. ओके, सो इन सच डिवाइस जिसका एक लिमिटेड ऑपरेशन है, उसके अंदर हम हार्वर्ड आर्किटेक्चर यूज करेंगे, बिकॉज हार्वर्ड आर्किटेक्चर इज क्वाइट फास्ट. ओके, और जहां पे
सर वो माइक्रो कंट्रोलर टाइप होगा ना?
Exactly. So that is the point that I want to come over there. और जहां पे अगर आपको ऑपरेशन ज्यादा करना है और आपकी स्पीड इज नॉट दैट मच ऑफ अ रिक्वायरमेंट, स्पीड इतना जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा ऑपरेशन कर सकते हैं, ओवर देयर यू नीड टू यूज वॉन न्यूमन आर्किटेक्चर. सो कंप्यूटर, डेस्कटॉप, आई जस्ट से कहां पे क्या यूज कर सकते हो. डेस्कटॉप पे क्या यूज करोगे, हार्वर्ड या वॉन न्यूमन? क्या जरूरी है? ऑपरेशन होना जरूरी है या फास्ट होना जरूरी है? व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट?
ऑपरेशन होना जरूरी है.
सो कौन सा आर्किटेक्चर यूज करोगे?
Non.
It is not non-Newman, it is von Neumann. Okay, so you'll be using von Neumann architecture. Tablet,
हार्वर्ड करें.
आप क्लिक कर रहे हो, इंस्टाग्राम ओपन होना चाहिए. कितने टाइम में ओपन होगा, दैट इज नॉट आवर रिक्वायरमेंट. पुराना प्रोसेसर होगा तो टाइम लगेगा, नया प्रोसेसर होगा, नया उसके अंदर फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी होगी, सब कुछ उसके अंदर ऐड किया होगा तो फास्ट हो जाएगा, बट इट विल ओपन. So which architecture should be? Von Neumann. What about mobile phone?
Von Neumann.
Von Neumann. What about elevator? क्लिक होने फौरन होना चाहिए, इंस्टेंट आपको ऊपर जाना चाहिए या नीचे आना चाहिए. It should happen instantly. So in that, which architecture? Harvard. Okay. Let's say your remote control that you're using.
Harvard.
आप बटन प्रेस कर रहे हो, ऐसा नहीं कि 1 मिनट के बाद वो बटन प्रेस होना चाहिए. तो उससे क्या होगा, आप एक बार प्रेस कर रहे हो, 4 बार प्रेस कर रहे हो, पता नहीं चल पाएगा आपको, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट गेटिंग द इंस्टेंट रिएक्शन. तो समथिंग व्हिच शुड चेंज इंस्टेंटली, फॉर दैट वी रिक्वायर समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी फास्टर. और फास्टर करने के लिए यू रिक्वायर 2 डिफरेंट सेट ऑफ मेमोरी, एंड दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज हार्वर्ड आर्किटेक्चर. सो इन माइक्रोकंट्रोलर वी जनरली यूज हार्वर्ड आर्किटेक्चर, in microprocessor we generally use von Neumann architecture. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So please somewhere write down in your book, microcontroller generally use Harvard architecture and microprocessor always use von Neumann architecture. And it is one of the most important point, and ज़्यादातर MCQs में अगर इस subject में अगर MCQ होगा, इसके ऊपर सवाल आएगा ही आएगा for sure. Okay, thank you guys, thank you so much. I have taken extra 7-8 minutes. Please join the next class. If you have any doubt, you can stay behind. If you don't, you can leave.
सर माइक्रो कंट्रोलर कौन सा यूज करते हैं?
हार्वर्ड आर्किटेक्चर.
ओके,
क्योंकि माइक्रो कंट्रोलर डेडिकेटेड काम करता है, माइक्रो कंट्रोलर डेडिकेटेड टास्क के लिए काम करते हैं. ओके,
यस.
so it is generally used in microwave oven, it is generally used in vacuum cleaner, washing machine, elevators, etc. Your keyboard also has microcontroller into it. आपका माउस के अंदर माइक्रोकंट्रोलर होता है. So these are the different microcontrollers that you have. और सबके अंदर आपका हार्वर्ड होगा.
सर
हाँ, यस.
अगर मतलब ऑनलाइन एग्जाम हुआ इनका ये सब्जेक्ट्स का भी, तो कॉलेज में पेपर बनता है या फिर यूनिवर्सिटी से?
ये जरूरी है जानना.
ऐसे पूछ रही हूँ.
बट क्यों पूछना है?
प्रिपरेशन के लिए.
नहीं, कॉलेज में बनेगा तो आसान बनेगा, ऐसा लग रहा है आपको?
हाँ, थोड़ा तो बनेगा.
ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? अभी आप बोल रहे हो अगर मेरे हाथ में आएगा, मैं सच में बता रहा हूँ, फिर एकदम स्ट्रिक्ट बनाने वाला हूँ. फिर मेरे हाथ में आएगा, सच में बोल रहा हूँ, मैं स्ट्रिक्ट बनाऊंगा. No, it is not decided by, it is not, never ever the question paper is set by the college, because it is affiliated to Mumbai University, so it has to be made by university. But the checking you can say, but अभी भी cluster का scene अगर होगा, so it will go to the some other cluster within the cluster. It will not be within the college itself.
ओके सर,
Yeah.
थैंक यू।
बहुत important सवाल था शाइस्ता।
सर तो पास कर देते हो ना।
ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता यार, अगर नहीं किया, नहीं अटेम्प्ट किया तो कैसे पास करेंगे? Okay. Yeah, sure. Bye. Take care. I will stop the recording. ये सब recording में सब